So you meet someone and the chemistry is off the charts and you're so excited to see them again. And then all of a sudden, poof, they're gone. And you're thinking, what just happened?
Well, that's so true. So if this teases you, you'd love to find out more, welcome back to our Soul with the Love podcast, where we explore that love is safe, and if it's not safe, it's some love. I'm Dr. Lise with my co-host, Dr. Andrea, and today we are talking about something that confuses so many people. In this episode, we're going to explore why the real reason chemistry fades real quick. If this topic already has you nodding your head, do me a favor, please do us a favor. Hit the subscribe button and the like button right now. It helps us reach more people who need this message. Thank you so much. So, tell me, what do you think? What's happened for you?
When you're first excited, I mean, the thing is like a lot, especially with women, I feel like you don't really know them, but you're so wrapped up in
you're married with them already.
And infatuation, and it's just like, it's all the hormones, it's that dopamine that you're just feeling so high off of meeting someone new, right?
Yeah, it's part of confusing also the high of infatuation with true love. Especially the more we have been alone for a long time and miserable. So some of you know me, I have my famous yin and yang. So the more we feel poorly about our life, we feel something is missing, we're not cool, we're not smart, we're not attractive, we're not rich enough, or whatever thing that we have going in the back of our mind, when someone presents themselves as the solution to all our problems, like, oh, it feels so good. Here we go. We found the solution to our problem, the solution from outside of us. And guess what? It never works out, because we go from being on a super high. The more high you go, the more low you're going to end up eventually, because it's not true love. Love, that's why I keep saying that we explore where love is safe. And if it's not safe, it's not love. Because if you love who you are, instead of giving up your whole power to somebody else because they just happen to walk into your life, what you do is you get time to learn about them. Like, do they match me? Do they have the right values? Like, are they good friends? Like, these are all of our things that we need to watch out for when we are entering a relationship, if we're not desperate. But, if you haven't had anybody in a long time and you feel poorly about yourself, anybody that walks by
might look tasty.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Could be the thing that really ends up burning you. And the other thing I discovered from working with thousands of people one-on-one and doing, this mind-body work that I do, is that when, like, let's say, if you're not watching and you're just listening, if you make a circle with your index finger and your thumb on both ends, so now you have two circles. If one circle represents you and the other circle represents the person you're with, in the beginning, when you meet someone, you have nothing in common. There's nothing in common. So the chemistry is so strong. I believe it's like a biological mechanism that's been put in place to, be willing to get out of our comfort zone to get together. So the chemistry is off the roof. It's so intense. But as you grow together and you start knowing each other, then you don't have the same need for this connection, this sexual high that comes. Apparently, the high of infatuation is just as strong as heroin. And that's why there are people who are serial monogamists, because they go from one high to the next high to the next high. So as you learn about each other and your heart starts to open, then you don't have the need for this intense chemistry. And people confuse that with, it's the wrong relationship. Especially if you connect sex with love. And that's often, it's a sexist comment, but apparently, according to research, men on average connect sex with love. And if you don't have sex, that means there's no love. So then the man can end up feeling rejected because there's not the sex is not as intense as before, and then they think something is wrong. But it has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with feeling safer. And again, from working with thousands of people, the ultimate challenge for people is having an open heart and great sex. Either an open heart or great sex. But open heart and great sex, that's the ultimate frontier to go where no man has been before. It's actually really cool to do this kind of work like we are exposing you to, so that within yourself you're able to know yourself and know you're worthy, and know that, having a partner, the more you show who you are, they're not going to drop you because you're showing more of yourself. What do you think about that?
Well, just going back to the very first thing, I think that when we're attracted to these people, especially if we're coming from a place of lack or scarcity. So you know how you said, oh, they look like they're going to solve all your problems, and it's because you feel like there's a lack or a scarcity within yourself. Because there's no one that's going to come and save you. There's no one that's going to come and complete you. You are already a whole being in and of yourself. And so it's doing that work to make sure you feel full, to make sure you feel whole, before you attract that other person. Otherwise, if you are attracting from a place of scarcity or need, you will unfortunately be humbled. Because they're not going to satisfy you in the way that you think, because it's actually you. It's you that needs to give love to you first versus finding it outside.
Yeah.
So that's something I see a lot. Like, oh, I need a man to come and, provide, or I need a man to come and like be with me so I'm not lonely. Well, it's like, figure that out, lonely piece on your own. Figure the providing piece on your own first.
I find loneliness is actually connected with not being connected in the heart. When we disconnect from the heart, we feel alone, no matter how many people you have around you. You can be at a family gathering judging yourself because you think, oh, everybody else has got a spouse except me. And now you feel very lonely. But if instead you go into there and going, I'm worthy of love, I'm a great catch, I just don't have someone with me right now, but that's okay. I'm just going to enjoy everybody that's there. You have a total different experience of the reunion than you would have had when you have a judgment on yourself. And the other thing that happens when you meet someone and you're in lack, usually in the beginning, everybody's on their best behavior. And then after 3 months, usually like the most intense period for infatuation is 3 months. And after 3 months, then the mask starts to fall off, and then the true behaviors start to show off. And so you go from being so infatuated and feeling like, I'm sure I'm marrying this person, to they snore. Their feet don't smell so good. They chew with their mouth open, and all of a sudden you start to see all the other things, and you go from this big infatuation and the mask falling up from both of us, as we get more comfortable with each other, we're not watching as much, we go into a real habit. That's why really be careful. Do not give your heart on a silver platter to someone until you've got a chance of knowing each other better. That's why I find personally, one of the safest way, if you want to go safe, get to know the person, make them friends first. And then from that place, you can move into having, an open heart and a different relationship. Like you need to know that's often, if you hang around some friends and you have connections together and they know the person, so that this person is a good person, you get to know each other, and then you can grow it into, a lasting, consciously loving relationship, versus you meet something online, you swipe right and you go, wow,
yeah,
they look sexy. You already imagine yourself, in bed with them. And then you end up meeting them, and at first that shiny new object is there, but with time, it doesn't look so shiny anymore. And then you find the other side. So before you give yourself up entirely to another person, make sure that you get to know them. Are they a good friend? Do they have similar core values as yours? Like, what's their track record? When you meet someone, do they always speak poorly about their exes, or do they take responsibility also for what's happened? What do you think?
I think what you just said at the end is very important. Just making sure those values are the same. Like for me, there's no way. I mean, if a person hasn't done inner work, or if they're not in the process of really understanding themselves and understanding how to regulate their own emotions and how to come back in a really positive way, then that would be an out for me, you know? So it's like I'm really understanding myself.
Yeah, that's a really smart thing to do, for sure. So if you would love to create that kind of love, the one that doesn't fade away after 3 months, start with our Love is Safe starting kit. It's only $7 and it'll help you understand what real lasting connection actually feels like. The link is in the description. Go get it. And hey, share this episode with someone who's been wondering why their spark keeps dying out. Let's help them understand what's really happening. Bye for now. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.